You feel me? Like,
Man,
no matter what, me and Anthony been through the struggle since high school. So keep in mind, we are two fat kids at heart, and we have fat kids moments. It's okay.
man, all the time. Because they
You
got
always got
some. It's ridiculous because when I never been to Vegas until like 2 years ago, and then
okay.
we just walking down the strip and I saw the Reese's store. Well, I guess it's the Hershey
Oh,
store,
right. The
but they
Hershey
got the
store, the
Reese's
M&M.
logo. So I was like,
It
it's the
is.
Reese's store. So I walked in. I'm like, where's the Reese's stuff? They got the Reese's sign. Couldn't find it.
I'm
You
looking
had
for
to
the
walk
chocolate.
all through the store, and it's finally down at the bottom level. They got this little spot, and it was like heaven from there. And I was like, okay.
Listen, I seen that. I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna mess myself up. I went there for my wedding
Oh
in
yeah.
October.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
listen, they tried to hit us with a timeshare, and they're like, it smells too good in here. I gotta go. No, that big old M&M place. I was like, oh, who for do that to themselves? I don't work too hard, especially
Yeah.
around wedding time. Mind you, I ain't even got married yet. I think it was probably day 2 of us getting there. Oh no, you gonna go tell me, Jesus? No, not no timeshare and candy. Nah, we good. So politely got me an expensive salad for $100, but it's all right. I ain't worried about it.
Man, yeah, it is expensive. I actually got married in 2020 in Vegas as well.
Nice, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's
yeah,
crazy. Congratulations.
yeah.
Hey, listen, Vegas is the thing, man. So shout out to everybody who just don't want to spend money and just spend time. And even when you go to Vegas, you still spend money. You feel me?
Man,
So,
for real. It was way too
hey,
much.
fast.
But it was worth it. Well, for those of you who don't know what this is the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host, Anthony T. And today we're doing the athletic spotlight with my good friend, Michael Joe May. Go ahead, introduce
Hey,
yourself, brother.
greetings. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Joe May. I hail from the groovy city of St. Petersburg, Florida. I am a artist, singer, songwriter, and sometimes do a little theater. But my weight loss journey I started years ago, but decided to embark in weight loss surgery, gastric sleeve, November 16th, 20. Oh man, it was 2021. So I believe I
Okay.
had my weight loss surgery. I was at that time 413 pounds. Prior to, I would say, 6 months when I started with my doctor, I was at November was my surgery. I was at 465 pounds prior to July. Um, yeah, and that's when I gained my like 20 pounds back during that time because it was a crazy time at the time of COVID, everything else. So I gained weight back, but my doctor said, hey, if you're gonna gain this weight back, I'm not gonna do the surgery. So I had to lock in and understand my purpose, and I understood what I had going on. So that 465 to November, I got down to 413, and for my surgery date, and then at this morning, I am at when I weighed myself yesterday at work, I'm at 308.
Okay, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So I always want to know, when did you decide to take it serious? Like, and what was that process like? Because, like, I'll explain for me, I began my journey really early with my mother, actually. So
Mm-hmm.
my mom, she just liked to try to lose weight. She was always into like the trends and all of that. So I would
Right.
do whatever she did. So we always went walking around the city. And then eventually, in high school, she got me a personal trainer. Now I didn't know
Okay.
anything about fitness or gyms or anything at the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
I just know my mom, the doctor's telling her I need to lose weight. I feel
Right.
like I feel great, because I'm young, right? So I'm like, I
Right.
think I
Right.
was
Right.
what, 15 maybe when she got me a trainer, 16.
Okay.
And it was like one of those, it was Gold's Gym. It was
Mm,
like one of those, you get the trainer for the trial type thing. I didn't know any
right.
of
Right.
this, right? But you get the
Right.
trainer for the job. If you've ever been to a gym, you know how it goes. You get the trial, the trainer try and get you juice, you get a little what you call it? I'm losing my words right now, but a little progress. And then she's like, yeah, then the real payment come in. And then my mama was like, well, son, here's what it really costs if you want to continue with this.
if
But or you could take what you already learned,
right,
kind of
and
just
use
keep
it for
doing that.
yourself. Like, that's crazy. As we get older, though, like, if I was older, I would go for that. But when I'm younger, no. I need you to be consistent with it. But they
Yeah,
love hitting you with that, man. Yo, you're doing great. You're doing well. My full payment is $99 per session. Wait, what? God dang, what happened?
yeah.
It was just 20. Oh
See,
yeah, that's the trial.
and especially at that time, I didn't consider how health really is worth that money, right? So I was just
Correct.
like, man, I'm 17, I'm trying to just be out here living,
Yep.
talk to girls. I ain't worried about paying for no gym membership. Yeah, I'll go run and jog. I ain't got no treadmill, I ain't got no weights,
Right.
but I'll figure it out. And
Correct.
then when I guess at that time I really did take it serious, because like I tried to continue some of the things, like my mom said, you just take what you learn from here and kind of continue it.
Hmm.
But
Right.
once I got to California, I was just kind of like, you know, figuring it out again. And my sister was the one who got me back into it again. And I
Okay.
think around that time I was 380,
Okay.
and she had me walking with her outside. The goal was to jog for
Right.
4 miles. And I think 4 miles is about an hour. So 30 minutes out, 30 minutes back.
Okay.
When I
Okay.
tell you the hills in California had me, like, I thought I was going to need an ambulance to get back home. Like, it was
Hey, because
just,
I'm about to say this steep. California is
yeah,
like, it's like cardio in itself. Just walking to the store. That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
And the neighborhood she was in was just like that. It was like she stayed like kind of in the middle of the hill. So we would walk 30 minutes up the hill and then 30 minutes back down. And it was to the point where like we had to figure out another way to do it. So what we did was, she said, jump rope for 30 minutes in the morning and then get on the treadmill if you
Okay.
feel like you can't make it outside, going up the hills
Correct.
and everything. I was like, okay.
Correct.
And that's all it really started doing. Like, it started coming off
Mhm.
really quick after that. It was like, man, like, okay, I like that.
One thing about it, we don't have to run the races everyone else.
Yeah.
That's the part where I had to and get to the question when I started to take it more seriously. It was 2 years ago when I began to be with my wife. When we just got in our relationship. I was a truck driver at the time. Just started being a truck driver actually, and my health wasn't that great. I have the CHF, that's congestive heart failure. So I was diagnosed with that when I was 22. So with that, that just means when your heart doesn't get the proper, I think it's your heart doesn't get the proper pumping, so it slows down, so it allows fluid into your chest. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
certified nursing assistant, so you see a lot of that in like your grandmother, an older relative. Not so much young people, but we do. But there's many people like myself who have go through that. But while I was on the road truck driving, I had too many instances to where I'm on the road by myself. And it could be at jeopardy, like nobody's here for me. And I'm like, yo, I got to get my health back. So, since when I came back home, my wife and my girlfriend at the time and her mom, since I gave them my apartment, the truck drive, she was like, just stay here for a while and get yourself right. And I'm like, cool. Um, and then I said, you know what, I want to get my health together. I wanted to embark in the weight loss procedure. I wanted to really, really focus on my health. So when my mother-in-law said that she's going to be there for me, that was a switch in my brain. I don't know why, because my dad been trying to get me working out for years, just like your parents. My dad did the same thing in high school, but he didn't pay for the work or trainer. My dad used to try to bribe me with stuff. He like, hey man, I give you some money if you lose 50 pounds, brother. I got a
Man.
job. I don't care. Hey bro, I worked at the Publix. You feel what I'm saying? At that time, high school was making good money at Publix. I ain't need no money, so he always used to bribe me with stuff. But then I played football in high school, but I couldn't play
Yeah.
football for long because I was also in performing arts. So performing arts and athletics didn't go hand in hand. So I can honestly say through high school, part of college, I was really focused on my craft, not so more of the health. I knew I was just a big athletic guy, not more
Um,
so. So I didn't really care because I always, in my mind, I always got compliments for being big. Like no matter what, high school, I was known to be that big guy on campus that can move around. So I never really thought. Matter of fact, losing weight, I was scared to lose weight for a long time because I thought my weight was the reason why people like me. So I
Okay.
never.
Yeah.
That's to be honest with you, because I was popular. I wasn't like, oh man, I had women galore and all the stuff, but it was just people knew me for that certain image. You were the big boy that could sing and dance and who was always entertaining. So for that, I didn't want to lose that because I felt like being smaller with everybody else. I had something unique.
I ain't never thought
So,
about it like that.
oh, trust me, that's how I always have to keep that's the way I keep the ray of positivity in my mind when things are going wrong. I realize I have some type of gift to offer somebody, and I felt like my size was it. Turned out it was just me.
Yeah.
So, but it still took years, and mind you, when that light finally switched off, it was literally 2 3 years ago, and realized I can do everything I'm doing right now, being at whatever size I am, because of my ability to motivate, my ability to inspire, and ability to have faith in myself, giving faith to others. So
Man.
that's just so the light switch cracked off 3 years ago when my mother-in-law told me, "I got you," and I was like, I can't lose. I cannot lose. I literally, when I looked at my universe, I looked at what I wanted for myself. I've seen a vision. Shout out to my personal trainer at the time, Tuck Taylor of Beast Athletics. He teaches more of mental structure of athletics more than your physical, because if the mind doesn't work, the body won't function. So he was a firm believer of cognitive of fitness. So that's how my mindset had to go. I had to restructure a lot of things, break down a lot of things, move pride to the side, and realize this is what my goal is. And with that, man, here we are.
Yeah. So
This is
what is your routine now? Like what is your do you still
it.
have like a do you do split training? Or are you like doing full body workouts?
I
What are
have
you
to
doing?
do a full body. Doesn't matter because I'm now doing travel nurse. This is my first travel gig right now. I'm in Oregon. My first contract. So me trying to space out how I do fitness, how I work out right now. It's pretty much just gonna be a full body workout because I'm pretty much at work. So morning time, usually start, get up early, do my morning coffee. I do live morning coffees on my TikTok. Shout out to all them on there. And then once I do that, small cup of eggs, two eggs, toast. We usually do some cardio with walking, and then if I go in the gym, it'll be late at night, and then it'll be a full body, just a quick full body 30. I'm running. You ain't gotta be in there long. 30 minutes to an hour. Focus to 30 minutes an hour for me.
All right.
Like I'm at that stage right now. In the beginning, I did go hard. I did. My early stages of working out was I what is it called? When you fast at a certain time, increments of the day, intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fast. Yeah.
So I started always my meals at 11, but prior to that, I always did a mile in the morning, 2 cups of water, room temp. Start a mile in the morning. By the time I get in there, I usually do a cleanup because I learned habits. So that's what I had to learn how to do a habit. So I always make sure I made my bed up, make sure I always something had to be cleaned, so I felt accomplished for the day. I learned that they said to make sure you do something, make as long as you finish the task. So my task was make sure my bed was clean, make sure the dishes washed, go ahead and drink my glass of water, go out, do my mile walk, come home, and that's when I have my first, because I'll be hungry by then. I'm usually not. I usually have to force myself to eat in the morning now, but that's just because I understand I had to reprogram myself about food too. Food is not something for pleasure for me. Food is more for fuel.
Man, that's the hardest thing to reprogram.
Yep, the
It,
training of the brain, bro.
and it's you for me it's hard because the people around me don't like me to say, oh no, I'm cool. I don't want that.
Hey, that's something because we're so conditioned to, hey man, you gotta eat on your plate. No, I'm fine. I literally this here literally satisfies my body and gives me the proper nutrients I have. No, but I'm gonna overfeed you. No, I'm good. What is
Yeah.
the problem? Fool, why are you overeating this plate? This is madness. You're literally eating to go to sleep. That's weird. No, I got I got time for that.
Man, I blew
So
somebody mind when I had one of my tires went out of my car and the AAA guy came and I needed it towed so I could get to the lot. to get it fixed and everything. And the guy was talking about, yeah, I had this big lunch and everything. And some, I forgot what it was, but I said to him, and he had told me he had ate some meat or something. It was like a steak or something like that. He was like, he was feeling tired, and I was like, oh, you got to eat something that gives you life, you know. He was like, what? Like give you life? Like, yeah, give you some fruit, some vegetables, you know, you can have all the energy you need. You don't feel sleepy,
Exactly.
you can keep going for your day, feel good. He was
Right.
just
I'm
like,
like,
you're right. I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
you didn't think that would, and that's crazy. In our minds, you were like, how did you not think about that? But think about how we were raised.
Man, yeah.
You know, how we were raised is how we are conditioned
Yeah,
now.
you know, I'll be honest with you. I kind of, my mom was really good with it because she was on a fitness journey. So she kind of did
Okay.
half and half with me. Like, because she was overweight and wanted to lose weight, she was teaching me everything. She was learning at the same time. And I was kind of just falling into that. And I think that's why I still do that to this day, because it was just
Mm.
what we were doing, you know, like, and I loved it all. Like, we would go to water aerobics. I wanted to go, hell yeah, in the pool, fuck yeah,
You
I'm
know,
there.
so
You know, and like
that's
she
crazy
started
that you
cooking
mentioned
healthy
that.
food. Like my
Hmm.
favorite dish she would cook would be baked salmon. She would put potatoes, some lemon, and she would have that all the time and some salad, and I would eat. You know, I never tripped off of that. And you know, just little things like that. And I still eat like that to today, you know, like I'd rather have a salad even if I don't have salmon with it. You know, just give me a cool little green salad and I'm fine. Some green tea. She always had green tea or some iced tea or something. Never really,
Okay.
she unsweetened tea. She never really did the sweet tea. So like
Oh, mom was on
everything,
it.
yeah. So I was always a part of that. And it was really just my greed. Like once I became like, oh, I can afford to go eat food. I literally was the type of person who would go when McDonald's would come out with something new. I get the whole menu. I'm gonna get that whole side and try it today, and then be like, why am I doing
Because
this?
we're adults and we can do it. That was it. Because we're literally adults. Because I promise you, I sit back, I'm like, why in the hell would I buy? Why would I buy all this cereal? And like, why would I buy all this? Why did I open up all these boxes of stuff in my house? Because you know why? I'm finally an adult, and I'm here
Yeah,
to do adult dumb stuff. We're
yeah. I would,
younger when we,
man.
yeah.
I would literally, I would go, I would get a 50 piece and eat it by myself. And my mom was like, you didn't want to help me give us no food. I was like, oh, you're right. I should have got like 150 then.
My bad, good. So they was like, no, you wasn't gonna share that. Oh no, this was mine. This was mine. I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you, like my bad thing was I love pizza. Pizza is my favorite. So when I performed down here, is a spot called Ruby's Election. It's a little jazz spot, it's a cigar jazz spot on Mondays. So all of the musicians on a break, we go in the alley, have a little, jam session, smoke out a little bit. I'm not a person who brings or partakes. So what I do is to contribute to the people, I order pizza for everybody.
Mm,
But I always order myself one whole box. So when everybody like, Michael Joe, you like, don't touch my box. You got a box for yourself. I would literally have a whole pie to myself sitting there smashing. Don't nobody touch it. Everybody know I have my own box. In New York style pizza is not small. You feel
nah,
me? So it's just like when those moments happen and I'm on that ride home, that drive of shame, I'm like, yo, this is terrible. This has got to stop. It's like I'm sitting here with pizza stains all over my legs. It's weird, bro. Can't do it. Mm-mm.
yeah.
So why did we just did that stuff because we was young, man, and we had accessible to do it, and we bet all our life would tell us no. When you mentioned about parents, mine were the kind of opposite. Mine taught me how to be inconsistent.
Mm,
My parents taught me how to have a dream, but not follow through with it. So I'm as in they had the right mindset. I want to lose weight. Cool. Go walking. Go walking. Go walking. I'm not getting the weight off, so I'm gonna stop. So that's been my condition. Why I felt like
mm,
I didn't reach the plateau as early as I did. I had to learn how to break the chains for what my family gave me. I had to learn like, yo, my values way more important. What have they did wrong for them not to get to that plateau? Now as an adult, I get it. So
mm, mm,
I had to figure out different ways. Maybe I don't like walking. Like you said, I like water aerobics. I am a swimmer all day. I will float with the rest of them. You feel me? And just gotta find your own personal, as the word say, niche
Yeah.
to it. Everybody's weight loss journey is not the same. You didn't lose weight this month. I didn't lose weight. I chose surgery. You chose to walk and eat a couple vegetables. I did the same thing with a little nip tuck. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the ending point is still health. Period. That's why I never deny a person who had surgery or did not.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get there. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, just get there.
yeah. I've never had to have surgery, but I've had like other ailments that would keep me from working out. So like my feet,
Mm,
for one, I have ingrown toenails when I was younger. I had to get that
mm.
removed because
Wow.
that would be to the point where like if I would go walking, my foot would throb and swell up because the nail was
Mm.
growing inside of itself, and
Got you.
it was just like I was like, I don't want to walk, I don't want to run, I don't want to do none of this. And then even to this day, I have calluses on the bottom of both my feet where if they get
Uh,
too much, if I
right.
jump rope or walk on them wrong, it like puts me out. And it's like I'm constantly working on those and trying to find like a place where I can get some surgery to have them actually removed. But I don't know if it'll be gone for good because I've removed them
Yeah.
myself and they keep coming back. So it's like I don't know what to
Now here's the
do.
thing. Now here's the question I ask: How when it comes to self care on a couple things like your feet or anything like that, do you go like get pedicures? Do you go get the massages done? You know what I'm saying? After like you know, like
Uh,
what manly self cares do you do for yourself? Because I know that also helps when it comes to benefit of, in my opinion, um, just the overall health and keep yourself consistent with working out.
well, I would say I would do that on occasion. That's maybe like once a year, but I would do it more so like myself because I have like the foot tub. Once again, it's so funny, man. Like when people meet me, they're like, "You're like Martha Stewart," like because I was raised on Martha Stewart. My mom like would just show me these things around the house, and she kept a foot bath with the little bubbles in it. You turn it on, it massage you, and you put the Epsom salt in it. I do it at the house. It's
Hey, that
like
sounds
I
absolutely suited.
yeah, I'm that person. So it's like, yeah, but no, because I'm not as consistent with it as like doing it every week or,
Right. I don't do it
yeah,
often, but at least like once or twice out a month, or like 1 or 2 times. If I did do it, I need to be more consistent with it. Only reason I say this is because, like when you mentioned about working out, like the ingrown toenail is something like, I mean, I guess of course, a professional had to remove, but just monitor. It's just in my mind, a ingrown toenail
hmm
holds you from walking.
yeah,
In my mind, like people don't understand the little things when it comes to the body can literally stop you. You have to monitor everything. You better ask questions. What's that? If you don't know what's going on your body, you need to find out because
yeah.
that's the only way you get where you need to go. Now I get my blood work done every probably about 6 months, just in case to see like, hey, what vitamins I need to if I'm showing deficiency in some areas and whatever like that. But
Mhm. Do
I
you
make sure
eat?
now I keep it kind of.
Do you eat for your blood type? Have you ever heard of that?
I heard of, never tried it, but I'm interested in
Yeah.
trying it though
I bought a
because it
book
makes
about
sense.
it. I bought a book about it. It's interesting. I don't know how much like I would get from it considering like like when I think about changing up my diet, I'm thinking about okay, well, I need more energy and I need to feel
Right.
fuller for longer. I don't think that's gonna like achieve that for me, but it's interesting as far as like how the body breaks down things down and what the
Correct.
different blood types don't reject, they actually accept more. So I guess that's kind of what they're talking about in the book. It's interesting.
I think about it like a computer. Um, you can't get Apple software on an Android. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, but kind of can't. Like you'll get some things, but everything doesn't work for every process. So I think about it that way. Your body's like a computer. So I've heard of it, so I'm like, it sounds like a good idea, but I'll always say with any, I'm not gonna say a trend, but with any dietary change in your life, just pick out something that works out of it. Cause you gotta still mold it to your lifestyle. You can't everybody can't do keto Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Somebody got like you
Yeah.
gotta try, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't try everything. Um Or I'm not saying you can try everything, but everything that's in that process doesn't have to mold to you. You can literally take bits and pieces. That's the whole point of life, bro. We like life give us tools to maneuver how it works for you.
Yeah,
Everything, everything.
when I got certified, I think one of the trainers was like, when you're working with diet plans for people, you have to realize that, it's something you try for like 6 months and see how it goes. And
Right,
then you determine from there if they need to switch it up or make a change. Because if it goes great for those 6 months, then maybe that's the one for them. But if not, then
right.
you could tweak it, and then maybe keto works for them better, or maybe, intermittent fasting or whatever, you can try out there. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
most people don't get past 2 weeks. They it's 6 months, and then it's like, okay, now what have I gained and what have I not? So
What's the golden rule about habits? It takes like what 30 days or something to break or create a habit or something of that
I
nature.
think
But
that's a
yeah,
lie. For me, it take 3 months. I'm not even gonna lie. If I do something for 3 months, you can't tell me I'm not gonna do that for the next 6 months.
I will have to
Like
agree.
30 days is like cool for you to feel like you did something.
30
But
days, like
it's
you don't
not
even
a
get 30.
habit until like you really are living that process. Like to this day, I wake up and feel like I gotta go work out. And even if I haven't done it, I wake up that same way every day, because at some point I put in 3 months of solid work to know what that feeling is like. And my body still wants that process. It craves that process again.
Mm,
So I still continuously know, like, okay, if I eat like this, I get this type of energy. If I go like this, like when I started putting up videos, it was my goal to go 30 days just creating a video, not posting anything.
okay,
After those 30 days, I got up and did it anyways. Like I didn't want to do it for 40 days, but I was still doing
right.
it.
It became a natural habit. Like,
Yeah. Then
dang,
after the
I'm
three
back
months,
in here.
then I started posting. I was like, okay, this is easy. I thought this was
Right.
gonna be so hard, but no, like I
The
think,
habit. The
yeah,
hardest part is doing it. The hardest part is getting over your brain. That's it.
yeah,
That Timmy don't make us mad. I think it's just us getting over the fact that we have to get up in the morning like, yo, what is going on? Like, I got to go work out. When I
yeah.
get in my mind right now, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, yo, after this, I got to at least go in the gym for at least 30 minutes. It's in my brain. Ain't no way, you know. So
Man.
yeah, I'm learning to get back into that type of habit. I have it in my brain physically. Now I'm on this new venture. I have to figure out, like you said, what worked for me back at home is not gonna work for me to travel. So in order for me to continue doing stuff like this, continue to get my mind right, I have to come up with a different system for travel.
So let's talk about that then. So travel, because I find that interesting. The first book I read that got me, I would say, I lost my man, 70, 80 pounds, was LL Cool J's Platinum Workout. So that book, it was
Mm,
24 weeks. So it was a 6-month program. But throughout the book, he told stories, and this whole story was him traveling and having to find a way to lose weight still, and find a way to stay in shape, and
mm,
maintain his image.
mm,
And on his travels on the bus, he would literally, it was always about body weight workouts, doing some jump ropes, sprinting, running, jogging, getting outside and working out. And
right.
that was the biggest thing for me. Like I go to the beach and work out, but I also have
Mm.
tools for me. So like if I'm in a park, I could do something different, like for strength training. So I keep
Right.
a have you ever heard of a TRX?
What I have, I
Okay,
have, but
so here's the thing. So they're expensive to buy, but they make knockoffs on Amazon for like way cheaper. Same exact tool, I promise you. And I keep one in my bag. So like if I'm near a tree, I'm near a basketball goal, I'm near anything sturdy, I could do a full body workout with just that. I don't care where I'm at in the world.
is
And
that
it's
like the Gorilla Bar type of brand that like it gives you weight resistance kind of? I'm trying to.
yeah, I
I
would
think I know
say
what that is.
I don't know what that is, but if it's weight resistance, yes, because it's called a suspension trainer. That's exactly what it's called, and a
Okay.
suspension trainer. So you put the resistance on it that you need. So typically, like, you're just holding on to it, and then you let your body weight hold you, and then you adjust yourself to the tension you want, and then you do your workouts.
Oh,
And it's the best thing ever because literally you don't need nothing else. And I tried to create a program where like I could get people to like come work out with me outside, and I put one of those up, and then I put some free weights out, and then we just
right.
cycle around them, and it's the best thing. Like,
Yeah,
so
we
I would
do
say
like that happened in Florida.
invest in
Yeah,
one of those for sure. But like, do you have anything for like travel? Because I know keeping free weights, you can't really travel with free weights if you're
but resistant
on a
bands you
plane.
can.
Yeah, resistance
Resistant bands,
bands. Yeah.
resistant bands help. My jump
Okay.
rope.
Oh
I
man, I
literally, yeah.
resistance bands snap. Oh, like I hate when they
And
break. I hate when they snap you in like, man, once they hit your lip or your face, you be like, yeah, I'm done.
but
Cool.
luckily enough, I knew I was gonna stay in a hotel, so I was like, okay, I know hotels have gyms. I just wanted to make sure what hotel. Some reason why I did not pack them, but I knew where I was gonna be staying. So I just used the weights that's what the gym that's in the hotel.
Okay,
We only
that's
been
good.
here for like 3 days, 3, 4 days, but
So that's good
I
they
just
even
have.
have one or that is open because of COVID. Actually, because our gyms have been like sporadically open and closed. So that's what I've
I think
been.
the only thing in Oregon, just the pools are not open as of yet, but the gym is. And this hotel is majority of travel nurses anyway, so yeah, they got the laundry room open for us and the gym. So yeah, it's just all about just getting down there and doing it. So I just been planning, basically, like I said, been here for a couple of days, just trying to plan out my thing. But the workout routine, is most definitely going to in effect.
All right. So I want to talk about this. So how many people who were around you maybe when you were younger,
Hmm.
right? And who were probably into living the unhealthy lifestyle
Hmm.
have you lost on your fitness journey? Because I feel like everybody's got someone, at least one.
I think,
And it
luckily
maybe they're
enough,
not close friends, but just people in maybe they were like coworkers or something. Because I've had quite a
oh
few
yeah.
people who get really. It's really weird how your motivation in yourself to get fit will make someone else feel like, man, I can't even
It
be around you
makes them you're right because
It's
it's
so weird.
greatness. It ain't
Is that
weird.
what it is? That really what it
It's the
is
way the
though?
universe is. When you finally feel like your work, bro, I promise you, dog. Listen, it's value. It's value in yourself that makes people uncomfortable. When
Okay.
people like, yo, you're really like I like for me now getting compliments and people start noticing like people say, oh, you feeling yourself. Or you get too cocky, or you get like that's when you start hearing those type of verbiage now. Yeah, you're changing. Yes, I am. That's the whole point. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you. You're not gonna get these old habits anymore. If you're okay and content with this old personality, you and that old personality can stay over there. I don't
Man.
have time for that. So yeah, have I lost many? Sure have. They have been demoted down to associates or a high and by. I have no problem with that. Even when I say it's weird that you even mention that, I mean not even weird. It's unfortunate because I'm not gonna say it's weird. I'm not gonna say I'm shocked, but it's unfortunate that even when I say, "Hey man, I'm gonna have weight loss surgery," I lost people from that. I
Mm.
gained people because they wanted to learn more about the journey, but for the fact of the matter, because they were like, "Oh, man, that's a cop out, man. How can you do that, man? How you gonna sit there and cut your you should do it the natural way. Grab some candy and smash it. Cause you know what I'm saying? You mean I'm on natural tip, baby. I don't need that. Slow down. What? Bro, how you going really? It boggles my mind. People so worried about somebody else's process, not the fact that they want to lose weight, but what the fact of the matter is because they didn't do it like you. They didn't
Yeah.
we weren't inconsistent like you. I didn't give up like you. Oh, wait, you're losing weight and you're continuing losing weight? I couldn't do that. So I'm gonna be mad at them up because only why you're doing it because it's a shortcut. Hate to be the bearer of bad news to anybody. If you think about doing weight loss surgery because you think it's quick, ha, I got my homegirl who gained back 200 pounds after she had it.
Oh wow.
And she lost weight plus more now doing it more of a natural way. We go back to the beginning of our conversation. It doesn't matter who you are. It depends on it just every tool does not work for everybody. They always even tell you that's why you have in weight loss surgery, you have a site evaluation because they need to understand where is your mindset. Are you going to be consistent with this? What are the triggers in your life that's going to set you back? Because once you had the surgery, it's no going back. Period. You can go back to a different state, but your body won't be the same. So you have to keep in mind what is the overall goal of everything, bro. Because trust me, you getting that mad quick.
Man. I really thought when I first started that it was all about getting the six pack, to be honest with you. Like when I decided to take it serious, because it was probably because of the LL Cool J book. I was like, if LL got the six pack, I could get the six. And I was damn near close. I got the 242 and I had a ghost pack. It wasn't fully in there yet, but it was coming. It was about to show.
It was a shadow. It was
Yeah.
preview. I got it. This is what you will have.
Exactly. And if I would have pushed maybe for another 6 months, I for surely would have had it. But I felt great.
Right.
I felt amazing. I was having some of the best times of my life at that weight. I was like, you can't tell me that I didn't accomplish a six pack. Like the six pack wouldn't have added nothing even better for me. Like it's just
At all. At all. It's crazy. I envision myself of what I would look like. Not like I seen another thing. I like I said, I visually see it, but I knew if I had a six pack, that'd be weird. I just knew I was gonna have a solid little king, little ripple. Like it looked like it was a solid area. And I already gotta have skin removal surgery anyway. So it was like, oh man, what I'm really gonna look like. I have no idea. So, it's like, man, I have to just figure it out. Like, no matter what, I'm gonna be pudgy. I'm gonna
that's
be
something
small
that
pudgy.
over time was different too. Like so my skin definitely I had a lot of hanging skin when I was younger and losing weight.
Uh-huh.
But as I got older and continued to lose weight, I feel like it kind of tightened up. That's actually really weird because I was afraid of that being a thing for a long time. And
Mm,
and I just until you said that, I never thought about, oh, my skin actually did kind of tighten up after a while. I don't know if it's because I continued to work out and
yeah.
as I got older, maybe your skin does something different, but I thought it would be I was saying my thighs is like the worst area still. I
Oh, me
definitely got
too.
taken that part out. Yeah.
Hey
That
man, I
that
told
part is
my
the
mama.
worst.
I call my mama and yell at her sometime, like, bro, you did this to me. I got your thighs, cuz. Bro, I swear, man.
Yeah.
My lady's gonna be a lot. They say I'm built like a bad chick. I'm like, yo, you're mean. But it's real. I get it. I get it. It's like, bro, you got butt. I'm like, I can't help it. As much weight I'm trying to lose, it's
No,
not.
sir.
But yeah, I think over time, bro, like you're like my cousin. Y'all lost weight early in the game, so like, y'all body had time to snatch and whatever like that. Mine was like, hey, here, you know what? I got
Yeah.
my wife as it too. She's like, you built like a bad bee. I get it. Yes, wife. Thank you. Shout out to her. Um, but yeah, man. I know like I'm gonna have a scary move, but I know I love tattoos, so I'm gonna be tattooed amongst my scars, and I embraced it. I'm actually looking forward to it. To see where my body transforms to. That's the kind of the eagerness that keeps me drive right now. I haven't been. I'm getting back to my hungry stage about it because now I'm more in tune to my household. My family's becoming more of a unit, so it gives me drive and purpose. Now again, I'm getting that hunger back how I was when I wanted to lose the weight before the surgery. So I just had to restructure my purpose. It's like losing weight. You know how you just on the same dietary plan for so long and now it gets boring? That's what
Yeah.
my mindset was. Like, yeah, I'm accomplishing some good, but I'm not feeling satisfied. So
Yeah.
I had to come back to full circle. What gave me that hunger? My wife. My wife gave me that hunger again. And blessed enough, now I have a girlfriend. So it's like I have another that's just my household. Like they just give me motivation. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get it. I never
Yeah.
thought I have that, but when you have a support system, I promise you your life moves a lot better. When
Man.
you have somebody give you that mental space to be safe and be like, hey man, get it done. I got no room to stress. I got
Yeah.
no room to stress because I got people to confide in. I have two wonderful people that always allow me to have that open dialogue. If I'm feeling like I'm an emotional eater. So when now I'm in that emotional state and I feel like man, I want something, I'll talk to one of them. or I figure out a way to talk to somebody because that's a good coping mechanism for me to get away from food because it'll keep my mind off of after so long. I don't think about me being hungry anymore. So it's just those things, man.
Yeah, my biggest thing. So lately, cause I don't even know why. It's just because I've been having cravings. I've been craving alcohol, so I've been drinking a little more. So I was like, let me wake up in the morning, work out. I haven't done it. And then previous to that, it was McDonald's breakfast because McDonald's stopped serving breakfast all day. So now I'm craving it again. And now I got
Oh
to wake
no.
up and get there hella early because they gonna stop serving it.
Right.
Like I
That's
get I get cravings. That's my biggest thing. Like every couple of weeks I get a new craving pizza. And then I just gotta have that or French fries. I just gotta have that. And then once I have it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop it. So now I got to get to that point again. Now it's like where I snap myself back into it. So actually, it brings up a good thing. I'm gonna start a new workout program. So for everybody out there listening, if you want to join me with it, you can find it right now at oaklandsunshine.com/jump. Where I'm going to be doing a 30-minute jump rope, 30-minute hit program every Sunday at
oh
10 a.m. at Alameda Beach. So you can meet me there, beat me there. Please beat me there because it's going to be a great time. And yeah, so we're going to get everybody jump starting into their new journey. Come join me on my
nice,
journey. Once again, 30 minutes
nice.
jump rope, 30 minutes full body hit program. All you need to do is bring your own jump rope. Eventually, I will have some jump ropes to sell to
Nice, nice,
everybody.
nice.
But for right now, bring your own jump rope, free weights, and everything, and we're gonna get it going. And
Yeah,
yeah, just wanted to put
that's
that in
good.
there real quick. Yeah, it's gonna
That's how
be
you got to
fun.
plug it,
So
baby.
yes, I've been contemplating on what I want to do because my biggest thing is I have a lot of anxiety with being in crowds. As crazy as it may seem, like when it's a large group of people, I get anxiety. And I don't know where it came from. It just came out of nowhere. It's been
Hey,
like
we're
that for a
natural
long
introverts, bro.
time. But
Hey, embrace it. It's
yeah,
okay.
but
I love and hate people.
but I've been wanting to throw it like an outside class, like because I've had the opportunity to teach indoors and at a gym, and when you don't the whole so I can break it down because this is the podcast for it. So the whole fitness industry is a lot different than what I envisioned it to be.
Hmm.
Only because I didn't know anything about the business of it. I really thought that when you do your workouts, um, that was kind of like what it was about, but it's really about IP. So same as like music or comedy, you want to create a
Hmm.
program and then sell that and market that, and then
Mm,
and I've been building up to that. So what I want to do
got you.
now is get back into building a community of my
Right.
own. So I built communities at gyms, but they weren't my
Okay.
community. It became
Correct.
the gym's community. So
Right. Right.
now I
Right.
want to build my own community and
Right.
then start to promote my own, workout programs with them and put that on my website so they can have access to it once it's done. So yeah, so this is
Nice.
gonna be the first piece of it. 30 minutes jump ropes, 30-minute hit. I think I'm gonna call it Jump With Me. So yeah, oaklandsunshine.com/jump. All right. So yeah.
You are very, very soothing. I feel like I feel like your voice, Anthony, is always give me that. You know what? I'll join you. Like I don't know why I need to jump rope. It could be a blazing hot outside. The sand for me. I'm like, you know what? But he convinced me. I feel like I should go jump rope with him. And get
Yeah.
my mind right. Man. So yeah, I think that's always good. A good jump, a good 30-minute hit, bro, on jump rope. Period is always good. Anything a good cardio circuit will help out, especially you add in weight training to it. You breathing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I support that, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So that's my goal for the next 30 days. Starting I'm gonna start promoting it probably in the next 15 days. But for the next 30 days from now, that's my goal. And then yeah, I'm gonna continue it on into next month as well. So yeah. So before we get off track real quick, so what would you tell someone in a similar health situation as you to get started that you wish you knew before you developed for yourself?
Mm.
Like,
Uh,
because so we spoke about shortcuts earlier, how they don't help, but So,
Right.
in your similar situation, what would be like a quick like listen? You know.
Um, don't. Okay. So for me, the biggest thing, and it's kind of cliche, but the number game is always, it can be a blessing and a curse. But in the beginning of your journey, is always a curse. Stay away from a number. Focus on the consistency. Focus on the actual, as we spoke of, the habit. Um, I got consumed like many others with a number to change my life, not the fact of the healthy habit of the lifestyle. I
Mm,
didn't understand lifestyle. I always thought lifestyle was the changing of the number. Realize, break down what it means about lifestyle change first. That's what I think I would have came from with it, because that's the only way for me I understood about how to change my life, not diets, not anything like that. Understood lifestyle. What do I want to do? I um I if I could sit down with my younger self, I would sit down with my younger self like a football coach, and I would show myself, which I do now. I have plays in my mind of my performances, and I'm like, how did you feel about that? Then you, when you out of breath that day, when you don't don't, and the only reason why you would like that because you got frustrated by what the scale had earlier. I literally have come to Jesus meet with myself earlier. Like, you let it distract you, so you let it penalize you for what you did later. Now you're long winded. You're distance at a third, whatever the case may be. Don't focus on that. Understand what you want to do. Have a better stamina on the performance. That's all you need to focus on.
okay.
Focus on that. That's cardio. That's whatever like that. So come up with a better game plan. Don't operate. Let the emotions be your drive, but don't let the emotions deter drive for your plans, because that's when it starts getting illogical. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn logic from emotion real quick. So if I have to tell anybody in my perspective, try your best to understand your process first and go for it. Don't spend too much time on it, but go for it. Ask yourself in the midst of while you're going. Don't think
Hmm.
about a how. How is poison. How will keep you sitting here for so many days trying to figure out how to come up with a plan. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. Just start and research on the way. That's how I see it, because that keeps me away from numbers now. That keeps me away from, well, I want to do this. Okay, move along. My weight is here. Keep it moving here. So younger me, yo, don't think about how. Just do it, knowing it's a lifestyle change, not just a diet. You got this.
I think if I had to answer that question, I think I would say you're not overtraining. I think a
Mm.
lot. I think when I started, and the feeling where your muscles get tight, you don't want to get out of bed, you're just sore,
Uh-huh.
and then that's the first excuse you tell yourself, man, I'm training too much. I gotta stop for a few days, and that'll lead you to stopping for a few weeks. So I would say you're not overtraining. Like, keep trying. I don't care if you are working out 5, 6, 7 days a week. You're not overtraining. Like, there is a such thing as overtraining, but there's gonna come a time where you have to learn how to tell the difference between that and you actually just your muscles are breaking down and building back up so you can become stronger. It's a part of the
Learn your
process.
limit.
And I know it sounds weird, but I like the pain. Like, you get to the point where the difference between I'm overtraining pain and, oh no, my muscles are replenishing themselves. This is about to be even greater now.
Right.
Like, you start to know the difference between those things your body tells you, because I think as convenient as everything has gotten for us with
Mm-hmm.
technology, we lose instinct. And
Mm.
that is a piece of instinct to know that, okay, yes, I'm sore, but today is still a leg day. So I got to
You
get
still
up
got your set, baby.
and go push through, and so yeah, you're not overtraining, you're just
Yeah.
whining. That's
That
it.
that's it. Pain is weakness leaving the body, baby.
Man, for real.
Pain is weakness leaving the body. We are so wound up on that, yo. I have been a victim of that as well. Oh man, I can't move. Who cares? You're built. You have to learn your limit. You said it best. Not everybody has that instinct. when you have to sit back and look at your body and learn how your body works. Learn your limit. And it ain't even a limitation. It's just, okay, this is my cap for this week. How can I build from that? You have to just learn, like, we are limitless. We can do a lot of things if we just consistent.
Yeah.
Period.
I did something really silly. So my whole thing was on that 30-day journey I was telling you to create some videos.
Right.
I was trying to find destinations that look really good because I always envision myself like, I'm gonna make a training video and I want to be at the Golden Gate Bridge. I want to do one at this beach. I want to do one over here at this mountaintop. And I went and did that shit. So I went and there's this spot in San Francisco called the Land's End. And you basically, you got to hike to get to this spot where I wanted to be because I needed this video. But when you have video equipment, you got all this heavy gear. So I tried to be as, professional as I could. So I have all my heavy gear and I'm going down this trail, going up, get to this spot, feeling good about everything. And then my ankle comes back and it sits me down. I'm just like, I'm all the way at the top. Now my ankle is killing me. And I'm like, I gotta make this video, man. I ain't coming here not to do it. I worked out. I didn't care. Like, I had to get this video. I set up my equipment, limping, and then cut that camera on and went through it like nothing was wrong with me. And then once I got home, it hurt so bad. But
you gotta do what you gotta do.
And I don't know how my body went through that, because I just literally what do you call it? Sprained it. And my body was just like, yeah, but he got to get this video done. So you could just hold on, little ankle, and we go make this happen.
Ain't that crazy how the body works though?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you literally programmed your mind like, yo, it hurts, but I don't care. Hey, since I'm down there, eliminate the pain for a moment. Get me on this adrenaline because I'm about to get this shot. Because no matter what, I walk too far for this. I don't care what's about to happen. I'm about to be one limp noodle because it's real. But you don't program your mind to be like, all right, boom, I'm gonna give you a little something. So you have to think about that. Get it done, and once it's done, you gonna feel it when you get home though. Trust and believe. But for now, I got you.
The most terrifying part, because I was on a cliff right by the ocean, so you could see the bridge. And I go early in the morning because I work out. So in San Francisco, we call the fog Carl. Carl lives with us. So when the fog come across, I call it morning workouts with Carl. So I get up and you see the fog clearing up and you see the bridge, start to show a little more. And the wind was blowing. And I had on my bucket hat, my only bucket hat. And which is why I always buy things in multiples. But anyways, so I'm up there and I'm training. And I told myself after I hurt my ankle and everything, I said, this wind blowing, if my hat blow off, don't run after it because you're going to fall off this cliff into the water. So whatever blows away, blows away. I have to remind myself that because naturally you want to go grab the stuff. So I'm up there and I'm just
right.
Jump roping, doing everything. The wind
work it out.
And my hat went to, not my hat, it was my the yoga mat went to blow away, and
okay.
Instinct went to go to grab it with my hand. I said, nah, grabbed it with my foot, and my ankle said, I was like, I was like, you got to go if next time I can't do this. That's the only time I felt it during that whole workout was in reaction to go save my yoga mat. Was like, instead of reaching for it, I'm gonna just step on it. Then my hat went blowing all that. I was like, let me put this hat in my back pocket. Man, it was just too much.
Right.
But I got the shot.
That sounds a lot. I know it's a lot of obvious stuff.
Say what? What did you say?
I said it's amazing what we that's funny. He said the shot looked amazing. After all the pain you went through, be like, I still got the shot. No matter what. And they be like, what happened? Well, I got a couple broken bones, but we got it. We got it. I worked too hard not to get it. That gives you a little more appreciation of what you're doing. I know, whatever artist, that's painful. But have I had anything? The only thing I have issues with, I have a hernia. I have an umbilical cord hernia. And this is probably my second one because I'm gonna have to have surgery again. But I used to post my videos when I was at the gym in Clearwater, and I used to always love doing the ab workouts, but my hernia would not let me do it for long because I get cramps. I
Mm,
had one good ab workout session. I guess you had to use the medicine ball. It's kind of like doing kind of like sit ups, but you're doing it with the medicine ball. I don't know what it's called, like suicide something. I don't know, but it just made me look cool, and I forgot to stretch my stomach out. Boy, I had the worst. Have you ever had a true cramp in your stomach that went shot down to your thigh? I was like, I kept going. My whole body said, "Oh God, wait a minute." But I tried to make it look good because I had like 5 more seconds on it, and that was the most grueling 5 seconds of my life because I wanted to make sure I had a full minute of it.
man,
I had to push through. Now, when I got done, I cried for a while because this hernia plays no games. Hernia puts a cramp in your stomach.
man, yeah,
No, sir. It hurt like E-bug.
man.
So I know you feel it.
Ain't that the truth, man? But you gotta push through, like especially like every so often I get to like the point where like just something on your body, your knees start to hurt, your elbow, like because I play tennis, so you get tennis elbow sometimes. It's like, man, like I shouldn't be playing, but I got to do something
See,
active. Yeah, just got to do
it be
something
like I
active.
love playing tennis too. I play tennis for years.
Yeah, it's hard to find people to play. I think it's because I'm black, but like it's hard to find people to play tennis with. I don't know what it is. Man,
I know.
I've got crazy stories about trying to just find people to play tennis with and what pursuit. If I could write a sketch about it I should write one about it,
But
man.
it's so weird though. We have the
There's a lot
women's
of tennis.
sisters
It's my
that
fault. I haven't
dominated.
joined in tennis club, so that's probably the reason why,
Oh,
obviously.
okay.
But yeah, but
Gotcha. Because in my mind, I'm like, listen, you
you would think it would be like
the
pickup
tennis
basketball,
women's.
though.
Nah, yeah. No. We ain't got there yet. No. Hey man, you want to go hit this racket? Hey, cuz I brought my racket. No, we don't carry those. I've yet to see that happen, but that'll be an interesting
For
sketch if
real.
that does happen. So put a pin in that. Listen, street tennis is real out here. I got pick up next time. Okay, working
I'm
at a
about to
team.
start my
Man,
own.
that actually be a pretty good.
I'm gonna put that in the air. I'm about to start my own league, tennis and tequila. It's brought to you by Oakland Sunshine. It is coming to you soon. Trust me. I'm gonna make that a thing. We go do that.
Tennis and tequila.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a trophy.
You get
We
your
go.
carbs in and get your workout in.
Yep. Yeah, we gonna make that a thing. We gonna get people to enjoy tennis. It's gonna be like what do you call it, like Wimbledon, but a little more, just a slight tad bit, not too much,
So how
just a
about this
tad.
then? Tennis, tequila, and tacos.
Okay, okay. Tacos
I
can make a
mean, the
special
taco part
appearance.
might disrupt your whole inside afterward, but
Nah, yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna mess you up after the workout. But
Yeah, it's not gonna be enough
it'll get
bathrooms, so
there.
we just go
It's
stick.
catchy.
Sound
I
good,
think
but
tequila
in
will be just
foresight,
fine.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Nah, I
Man,
always then think about the worst of things. Like,
yeah, I got to do some sort of event though that's gonna go international because I was watching that movie King Arthur, right, for with Venus and
uh huh.
Serena's dad, and it's nothing but
Oh,
these,
okay.
yeah, it's nothing but these guys who just own these land properties. They put up some tennis courts and then they charge people to show up. I'm like, I gotta find a way to do that. That's smart. And then they developed the people through there, and it was like he was just being held back because he wasn't a part of it, and he finessed his way through it all. It was the most amazing movie. I don't know if you've seen it, but man,
Not as of yet, but I do have it on my list.
bruh,
That actually might be a good movie night for us tonight.
literally the
Are you,
definition of manifestation. Like I love movies like that where you watch somebody manifest them. Like another movie that people didn't like, but I thought was really good was the Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy. That man literally manifested his whole comedy career. Like it was amazing. Like
Dolomite was classic.
yeah, and like I just like watching people
Dolomite was
who like because either through voice or like with writing, that's how we manifest. And like Dolomite was just telling people how this is gonna happen, and it happened. No, it's like watching Kanye now. It's like, well, he manifesting it. So it's like, I don't know. I can't say it's not
Yeah,
happening. It's craziness. And
it
it's
doesn't
fun to
make any.
watch.
It has to.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch because it's like they
Go,
say the craziest thing and then it happens, and then people are like, but people like this? Like, yeah, they do. Like,
anything could be monetized. Anything could, you can literally sell anything if you would like. But when it comes to your dreams, bro, everybody ain't gonna be on board until it finally manifests.
so let's talk about that. So you have a business, you do music, right? So what's involved with that? Like, what are the aspects of it? And like, how many other ways do you make your living or a piece of your living, with music? And what are some ways that maybe you haven't tried
So
yet?
haven't tried yet. When it comes to, only thing I really want to pursue is be more commercialized, as in with the term syncing license. When it comes to artists, that is the biggest plateau right now. That's getting your music played on the Real Housewives or a commercial or a Foot Locker commercial. That's the only thing I have not tried yet, and that's only because my mind, because I'm like, man, how do you get into it, whatever the case may be. But as a profession right now, as to gain income or to when it comes to work, singer and songwriter. So and I'm not entertained when I'm home or whatever like that. But my business is Michael Joe May LLC. It's like I say, I do my music publishing through there, which I'm trying to work on right now, and through a third party that's kind of helping out in the Tampa Bay area. But yeah, just for me, just performing different shows. I'm thankful that I get people who like my voice, so I get to feature on there. A lot of the albums I haven't had none this year because of travel, but when I get home, I have a lot on my plate. So
All right. So I got a lot of ideas. So let's talk about this for a minute. So with your music,
okay,
so do you do streaming? And does streaming actually
yes,
provide income, or is streaming like it just provides promotion? Like, which one is it?
streaming, no matter what, it should provide both. Streaming, when done properly, always can get you where you need to go. I would say with proper promotion. Now that I learned about more promoting, I had to take a backtrack to it because I mean, when I learned about promoting, so I had to take a backtrack and make sure my music was out. So, do I need to spend more time on promotion? Yes, but streaming is vitally, vitally, vitally important when it comes to my music platform. I use, man, what I use, CD Baby and DistroKid for right now,
Okay.
and does it and yeah.
So
So it
those
doesn't mind
are
having multiple stream with publishers.
like the OGs, like because I remember CD Baby from long ago because they actually did CDs as well, CD
Oh
Baby.
yeah,
And DistroKid is
hmm
probably came up right around like when
the
TuneCore
newest.
started. You're familiar with TuneCore, right?
TuneCore, CD Baby, and I think TuneCore, CD Baby are like the OGs.
Okay.
DistroKid is, I would say, fairly new.
Okay.
I
Okay.
wouldn't even say it's probably. You know what? I'm gonna say TuneCore. I mean, CD Baby should have been around what 2013, something like. I mean, DistroKid. I mean, I think it's pretty fairly new, but I gotta do my research. Don't quote me on that because I was like, dang, I don't know, but I know it's fairly new, the newest one.
So now,
Um, and now you have them others like United Masters and stuff like that.
so that's the next one I was getting into. So now I've seen where United Masters offers promotion. Have you seen that they provide
I
like syncing? They
I
provide,
have.
do
Mhm.
you feel like, so I always wonder, like, how do they base that? Are they going by like the amount of streams, or is it like randomly? Like, because I would feel like as an artist, if you were to put your music onto their platform, onto their what is it called, distribution platform, and they're
Yeah,
like, oh,
their
we're gonna
distribution.
get you, because they really advertise this. They're like, oh, we're gonna get you played on like the NBA TV shows or like video games and things like that. And I'm like, okay. So like, wouldn't it make more sense to
They have
upload
more
music with
access to
them?
it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, so you're probably still fighting with the millions of people who upload music for the chance to be on maybe 5 or 6 good things
Correct.
throughout the year, like that, or like, is it maybe a plethora, like
It's still
maybe
about promotion.
20, 30 movies maybe comes out the year. It's like it seems like it's not like the most reliable thing from the marketing aspect of it if you're looking at it as an artist, right? Who's been
Because it's
through it.
oversaturated.
So have you ever
Right.
thought about
It gives an oversaturation.
do you have a website, and like have you ever thought about like a membership sort of thing or something like that?
I do not have a website right now. What I do have is just my flow page. So what I'm websites are great because you're homing in on your fan base. So is the website necessary? Yes. But you also have the platforms like um I'm gonna say Patreon, OnlyFans, stuff like that to home in. So you really don't have to nowadays technically per se have a website. But I do have a Patreon. I even have OnlyFans. I haven't activated it, but it just depends on the demographic of the audience because
Right.
they have been set on it being a said way. So I don't use it like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
But yeah,
it's
those
just
so
an
those
email
all
list too.
okay, yeah, great, great, great. Because that's one thing I always think about when I think about artists, right? So I'm like, because I have a website, I built it
Mhm.
out, and I'm starting to offer memberships on there to provide more value, right? So like, one of the memberships you're gonna
Right,
get merch every month. One of the memberships you're gonna get one-on-one training. One of the memberships, it adds more and more value to each one. So I was thinking as an artist, right? Back in the day, we would always hear
right,
about, oh, okay, so if you sign a contract, you get on this. When you sell a CD, the best artists get $7 a CD. Some of them get like $2, $3. And now with streaming is pennies, right? But
yeah,
hear me out. Website versus Patreon. So because this is a big thing for me, like, because I watch a lot of people go through this. They set up Patreon
uh-huh,
pages, and and they get the traffic, but it's always going to Patreon, right? And you mentioned an email list, which
correct.
is exactly the same as a website. In my head, here's why.
Hmm.
Less transaction fees, right? So places like YouTube, Patreon, they take
Correct.
60% or 50%, whatever their cut is. You get rid of all
Right,
that, have a website, and you could literally post your work, 3, 4 songs, $10. And you have to get it from me. And now I
yep,
don't cut that with anybody, right? And I get
right,
sales just like I'm making $7 an album, direct profit. All I have to pay is the transaction fee
right.
to whoever Square or whoever you use to sell it through. Have you ever thought about promoting
Hmm.
that way?
I have, and I'm trying to again. Those are things that I want to do because it has a good idea because I want to keep up with the stats of it. But I've also been using the DistroKid as kind of using as a provider of tracking stats of my streaming. But I do like that idea because streaming gives you pennies. If you buy my music, I now get dollars.
And this is why I
So
do not get why more artists don't see the value in crafting their own website, right? Because you could get the streams all day. That's great. Do that. But when I want to actually have you come get something exclusively and not have to worry about you getting pennies off of it, this is my album. Buy it directly here now. Bam. You get the whole thing.
correct.
Only you
It's
can
a
only provide them something they want to hear on the streaming platforms, and then once you run it up yourself, now you can go back to the streaming platform later and put it up anyways.
uh, which I find interesting is this: people have to pay dollars for you to give the artist pennies. Um,
Yeah,
that's
because
yeah,
isn't
that
a
concept is
DistroKid
crazy.
membership like $80 for the year or something?
It depends on what package you got. I think the highest one is probably like 70 something, so it's close to 80. I have the entrepreneur one. I did have the business one, which is a $20 1 year subscription. Now I have the one up from the upgraded version. It's a $35 membership, and plus it's Now that I got a work text. I'm like, what? Okay. Uh, but that membership give me multiple artists, multiple people to help for my brand because I'm not sending my distro kid out like that. So somebody who's home keeps tab of it. I'll talk to them like, hey, what
And
you got
that's
going
where it
on?
is. Yeah, that's where it is.
That's
I, li-
why people use those platforms.
yeah. Yeah, because I ran into that a lot in comedy because I was always the person like, yo, let's make a page. Yo, let's build this website. Yo,
Right.
let's treat the stage because I worked at a comedy club out here, and I literally would go to comics and with but like, yo, let's promote the local businesses. You know what I'm saying? We charge them, we make
Right.
ads for them. And that's how we could create money streams throughout the week instead of having to rely on who's going to headline on the weekend. Because it was like a small city
Facts.
in the Bay, but like if you had a big headliner, yeah, you get a lot of people for the weekend, but then the rest of the week you trying to figure it out, and the club promoters just couldn't make it
It's
make
dry.
sense. And I was like, yo, I know how to make it make sense, but like they weren't
Right.
they they were like convenience store owners. They weren't like comedy club owners. So they weren't like into the business
Got you.
like that to be like, let's do that. Let's try something new. Let's try something different. And I was just like, well,
Yeah.
I can't keep offering you these
Oh,
ideas and them not see them work.
because it's meant for you. Because that's meant for you to use, not for them. That's how I
Yeah,
see it. Sometimes people ain't gonna get it. Sometimes you got to use it for
yeah.
yourself.
And
But
that
also on a business aspect nowadays. Oh my bad. Go ahead, man. Cut y'all.
no, you're not.
What I've learned, also artists, I had in my brain when I first heard about it, but then now I'm saying artists do it, so I was like, yeah, it was the universe, so I'm not gonna hold off. NFTs. If
Mm,
if anybody's interested in digital cryptocurrency or anything like that, NFTs is the cryptocurrency for artists. I would say that. Tory Lanez is a good example because literally he had the mindset I wanted, but I never knew how to do it. When he sold his music, he sold his album as an NFT. So it's now stocked in the big pool of things. You now have a picture. Now you have your own personal share behind the copy that you have, original copy. So it generates music. I mean, money for you. So now I got good music. Now I have a piece of stock that's in it that adds value the more you have it, like a baseball Pokemon card. His
so
album is the
so are you saying that that is going to be worth more than the pennies a streaming service would pay you if you were to go with
oh, of
NFT?
course,
Okay.
oh, of
So yeah.
course. That's I believe in it. Like the man made $1 million in a couple hours because of people just buying. Like you're buying, like I think it was like $10 a unit. Depends on how many shares that you want to buy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's just I believe that's more dedicated consumer because NFTs just like cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency don't have that many regulations and rules yet when it comes to how you're generating income because they still haven't, I guess, still having locked in on whatever how they want to. I don't know. It's a lot of policies behind it, but I really don't know. I just know it's more freedom when it comes to finance. That's what I will
Mhm.
say. More
So
freedom, more
what?
finance, but it's more kind of
So what would be the barrier to entry then? So let's say coming from the aspect of this, um, you could take the time to learn how to create a website and generate income that way with your content,
correct.
right? There's
Right.
a barrier to entry to that. You got to learn how to build it, take the time to build it, and learn how
Correct.
to properly work it and
hmm
maintain it. What's the barrier to entry to NFT?
NFTs is more of
Like
I think it'll
how
tie into the website thing, but it's more of direct income in my mind. You have more direct income. I feel like you have more of a you reach out to more you have more investors. I put like you know how you're looking for sponsorships. I feel like sponsorships help. NFTs are more like sponsors. So now you're going through your journey. Now these people are funding your career literally. Like it's not going through. You're not going to fund me through a third party. That third party gets majority of the money, and then you get the rest of it. What NFTs is, you've now finally bought this product to me full price and but now you want full price, but now it's a circle and it gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger. And now the home, which is me, I get collect majority. You know what I'm saying? Because what I would do in my NFT, I would probably buy the first share and then people collect after that or behind it. So I think with me, I would do an NFT for I love mugs. I love mugs and music. So with that, I would do a mug and an album or a mug and a shirt to go along
okay.
with whatever album you got because you can do them as packages. Um, Again, that's something I have to learn, but it'll always be best, like you said, with a website. Because even with Patreon still comes with per se set rules to where certain things you can't add onto their platform, certain things you still really kind of can't say. And if you wanted to use their merch, you have to go by the prices they allow you to do. Like I'm not
Mhm.
gonna have my people pay almost $20 for a coffee mug. That's crazy. Like if it's
Mhm.
not coming from me, especially if I'm not gonna receive full profit of it, like I can still have to pay a percentage out to said people. So I might as well build up my home base at home,
Yeah.
find out how to put a storage there for right now, and be my own company and just send stuff out to whoever want to
So,
invest.
so I want to say that to the artists out there: build a website, do an NFT. Like, if you here's the difference: if you are relying on the hopes of YouTube paying you, they're going to take 60%. If you are relying on the hopes of people becoming a member of your Patreon, they're going to take 40%. If you're relying on the hopes of getting any money out of Facebook or any other streaming services, they're going to pay you pennies until you become like streaming 20, 30 million a day, right? So
Right. They're
you
not
can
gonna notice you until you
bypass.
hit that in the plateau.
Exactly. You can bypass all of that. Take the time, learn. You don't even have to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to code. I know people love to say that. If you want to do that, you have the initiative to do that, then do that. But you don't have to learn how to code. Learn just how to use a web builder, because 60% of something is way more than here's what they take. Your payment processor takes 30 cents plus maybe $1. You know, like, so if you sell it for $10, look, now you've made $7, $8 instead
Right.
of putting it
Dollars.
on a
Right.
streaming service and get pennies, and you have to sell millions of them to get $7.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy.
I
But
just feel
people
like
just look for the
working backwards.
microwave convenience store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's a
that's true.
convenience store mentality, man.
So I'll be honest, that's true. So I built my website and I thought it was going to be a cakewalk for me because I went to a school that
Mm-hmm.
was business and technology, and we learned these things.
Correct.
And
Correct.
because of how, what it takes to build a website, every year I feel like it got easier to build, but it also got easier because I was working on it too, because I had the knowledge and I knew the lingo within it. So now
Right.
it took me 6 years to get my website to this place it's in. So that's 6 years I spent learning how to just get this idea out of my head into a reality. And
Wow.
it probably takes about that amount of time for most people to even
Um,
crack, a few $100 on a streaming platform. So like, where's the
hey,
value?
but
Where are you placing your value? Like some people like, like, yeah, I'm gonna get that every week. But now you gotta constantly promote for that platform. And if they say, we're gonna take your stuff down, now what do you do?
sheesh,
you know, no one's gonna come to you and take your
facts.
stuff down
This
from
stuff.
your website. No one's gonna come tell you what you can't put up on your platform when you own it. So build that website, build your NFTs out, make it for self. Don't do it for another platform. And then if they want to come, you gonna have to show them your numbers and what you really bring in, and that keeps everybody
Correct.
accountable. And then now, when they decide to take something down, you be like, no, y'all came to me. Y'all wanted
Right.
my product.
This is
Remember
how.
that?
Yeah. Now I'm putting negotiation on the table. Right. Right. No, that's true. That's real. You have to get. You have to understand. It's not about what you want to know what you can do for me. You get to the point the people got to come to you and be like, hey, they telling you what they can do for your brand. That's the beautiful thing. That's what I'm trying to get to. I want y'all to
Mhm,
come to me, offer me something so I can deny you. Like I need something better
mhm.
because I do have a shit of my own already. So
Man,
yeah, what can you do?
it's like that right now with podcasts. So I've only recently started doing podcasts, but I've been researching it for a long time, trying to figure out how I'm gonna put my spin on it. And there's
Mm-hmm.
Anchor. There's this platform called Anchor, which is owned by Spotify
Mm-hmm.
now,
Right.
and they
Right.
literally will
Oh.
place ads, but they're not going to pay you for those ads. They're going to pay you pennies for those ads. Now, you go
Right.
to a hairdresser or somebody nearby or a local artist, a local person, and instead of getting 10 cents for an ad, you be like, yo, I could ask you for $25 for the month to play your ad. And now I've just immensely increased how much money I can make on my podcast because I decided to get up and put in the
Right.
work instead of relying on a platform who's like, well, yeah, well, we put in the work, so we're only going to give you 5%, 2% of what we actually really making. Like, it makes no sense to me. So I try to stay away from things like that.
It's a yeah.
And I'm
Makes sense.
trying to work on building my right now. I'm trying to create a YouTube like tutorials on how to actually build these for yourselves. Because I feel like a lot of people need it, like especially comedians, because I've been around so many comedians who just don't want to build a platform. And if they had a platform instead of relying on things, because I see them complain all the time. TikTok took my video down. Facebook took my video down. I was like, I shouldn't be hearing that anymore. Like,
Yeah.
why is that an issue? So I want to
Yeah. I
create,
wouldn't be. Yeah.
yeah, I want to create those videos that teach you how to listen. Just click here, do that, upload. Now it's yours. It's like
That's it.
it's really that
Easy
simple.
peasy. Click here, upload. You
It's
got it.
gonna cost you.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you because I think to build to have a page with the actual shopping because you could get them for free, right? Everybody starts with the free page.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm speaking on WordPress specifically. So if you've never heard of that, WordPress is a
Okay.
website builder, but they've been doing it for years. WordPress has been out since high school at least. So they're really
Okay.
good at what they do and they're really robust in how you can add things to your website. And you can start with a free one. And then if you want to take it further and have maybe 5 or 10 pages or something like that, multiple pages, it goes up to like $80. And then if you really just want to go balls to the
Oh,
wall, unlimited pages, $600. And I'm like, that barrier to entry right
yeah.
there, considering you're gonna buy some other stuff along the way, but that barrier to entry right there, you can make $600 back. You can make $80 back. Like,
It's a quick.
you
Yeah.
know,
That's a quick flipping investment. If you understand your craft, that ain't nothing.
hmm so
I mean, it's
people,
something, but when it comes to grand scheme of things, you'll know it.
hell yeah. So you got anything coming up you want to tell the people about? Any music? Or you was
To be
talking
honest
about you
with
do
you,
a morning TikTok or something? What's that?
yes. Mug love every morning. I try my best between the hours of 9 and 10, or a lot of times 10, 11. We just literally get on here. I get on my OG one, you know, my OG Panda one. Shout out to my fam on TikTok because I love mugs and I love hugs. So that this mug, this is OG one, came from a good friend on TikTok named Lee John, and then I now people send me mugs. I'm starting to build my mug collection. My last one was a Pika pool. The one before that, I have a Pikachu mug. I haven't even used these mugs yet, but can't wait to use them. Also,
So
30
you
days of
design
panda
them?
playlist. No, people. I actually get my own mug designed by somebody or Boss Designs, but this one just came because I love mugs, and my homeboy know I love pandas and mugs. So
Okay.
people just send me mugs. That's what
Got
I
you, got
do.
you.
They send me mugs. I open them on Amazon, and it depends on the day. That's when I have my mug. But this is my travel one. I have another young lady at Boss Design is going to design me one. This month I'm doing 30 days of Pandas playlist. So every day you will hear either I have a lot of music in my catalog, and I'm learning that people like yourself or more people that know I'm an artist, but the world doesn't understand who I am. I'm a great person to laugh with, whatever like that, but I haven't showcased like my music. So every day I post something of my music. This month I am actually dropping two singles. It'll be the end of the month due to things me being here at work, but I'm gonna drop two songs, down and what was it? We dropping down and my other song, a little romantic, little vibe that I'm gonna jump off with, but it's gonna be
Okay.
cool. So every day I'm dropping songs. So I'll be actually posting my day 6 today. So it's Valentine's Day. So we're gonna keep it about love.
Okay, for
Keep it
sure.
about love and fun.
For sure. So I'm gonna give you a little something before I go that I recently learned about for my business. So I want to share it with you. Have you ever
Okay.
heard of Comcast advertising?
I mean I know of it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they have a website called Effective, EFFEC TV. And
Okay.
what it is, it's promotion, right? So we're talking about promotion. That's a big thing for me this upcoming next few years is promoting things a lot more, right? So similar to how you could do YouTube ads or, streaming ads, they do ads on television. And it's really not that expensive. And I did not know. So like here in the Bay Area specifically, I could run an ad and it will be broadcast into 7 million homes as well as websites, which I think they told me was a total of about 14 million like views, which is way more valuable to me because it's local views, right? It's not like YouTube where they could be anywhere in the world, right? Or Facebook, they could be anywhere in the world. So if you want to like pinpoint and do some marketing for yourself locally, that I think would make you look great because it's on television, it's on, ABC, NBC websites, things like that. Check that out. Because I just learned about it and I was like, why didn't I've never seen this before.
So it's Comcast ads, but it's called what again? EFF or
effective? So EFFECTV. So instead of the actual word is effective with a TV. Yeah. But yeah, check that out.
Gotcha.
Check that out. A little game I got from so I got the game from Candy Burris. She talked about it. She was like, I don't know why people don't do Comcast ads make you look like you're doing something big. People come up to you all the time and it's not that expensive. And I was like, well, let me research this then. So
right.
Yeah, she used it for I don't know if you remember, she did a tour, like a burlesque tour, right? And if you saw it on TV, the
I do
ad,
remember because of Candy Creations.
yeah, so there was a TV spot that I would see all the time. It would just come on randomly. And I was like, oh, that's what she did. So she went, to the local company and did Comcast ads. And sure enough, once I did my Google search, I think I called the guy up because I was going to do one. I wanted to do one at the top of the year, but I never filmed it how I really wanted. And I think it was like a 30-second spot, 7 million, potential homes it could be broadcast into. And it was like $1,500. I was like, bet I could do it. That was like 3 months. So it wasn't like a month. It was like 3 months. I was like, that's not that much money at all.
Oh, that's good.
Like, sign me up for sure.
Let me go ahead and right.
Yeah. So I wish if there's anything I wish I knew in my business, would be definitely that. Because I spent a lot of money on Facebook ads and they have done nothing for me personally. I know they do great things for other people, but for me, Facebook, Instagram ads, and all of that stuff just isn't.
Trust me, you're the only one. Yeah. It's trash for everybody. Surprise. It ain't. It's just it's just something we trying to get by, but it ain't nothing. They're making money off of us regardless.
Exactly. It's a gamble.
Yeah, that's a good look though, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. So if you
okay.
Need some promotion help or tools or tips, that's a good one, I think. So thank you so much for joining me on the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast. Once again, Michael Joe May, I appreciate you. And until next time, love life, everybody.
Amen. Be blessed.
All right.